Hey folks, it's Kristen Mason Coreas, owner of the Homes by Mason team, here to do another weekly market report for the larger DC metro area. This data is as of this past Sunday, April 6th. And what you'll see here is more of what we've been seeing in the larger DC metro area. What I'm seeing in the hyperlocal area when I run the hyperlocal stats does look a little bit different than this. I'll talk about that at the end. But in terms of the larger DC metro area, showings are down compared to last year, which is actually unusual. And I think the first time I've seen that this year, but up 6.2% from last week. Normal this time of year, we would normally see more and more listings. It's the spring season. However, we're going to Fairfax County spring break next week. So I would expect next week, now year over year, if spring break was the same time last year, then we'd see year over year the same. But if spring break was a different week last year, then we'll see down, and maybe that's what's happening. But again, we're still early. This is not yet data for Fairfax County schools spring break. So currently down year over year in terms of showings, but up week over week. So the down year over year gives me a little bit of concern there. Purchase contracts, however, are up both year over year and week over week, 17.5% year over year, 3% week over week. So even though there were fewer showings, by almost the same amount, there were more contracts, which is interesting. Median time to contract is flat week over week and longer by 2 days year over year. That's a trend we've been seeing, that homes are sitting maybe a little bit longer. However, that median time to contract is still 21 days, not a long time. Homes don't sit typically for a long time in our DC metro area. New listings are up year over year and week over week, almost 16% year over year, 4% week over week. And then active inventory is up 44% year over year and up 5% week over week. I've been telling you those increase in numbers year over year I'm comfortable with, because we've had a shortage of inventory for such a long time. We are still in the process of getting back to normal inventory levels. And week over week, we would expect to see more and more listings coming on this time of year. Frankly, I actually would maybe normally expect to see more higher numbers here. But yet no big concerns for me in regards to inventory right now. Median list price is up 3.2% year over year. Interesting that it's down 4.4% week over week. I will say I'm being a little more conservative with my pricing right now, considering the larger economic environment that we're in, causing more uncertainty. So I'm being more conservative, and maybe my colleagues are as well. We'll continue to watch. So I told you I'd come back to the hyperlocal data. On Mondays, I do a Monday Market Update live on YouTube and Facebook. There's a Homes by Mason channel on both of those places that are public that you should be able to watch if you'd like to see a longer Monday Market Update. And at the end of that each week, I do run the hyperlocal stats for Arlington, Alexandria, Fairfax, and Falls Church. And for the last 6 weeks, I have actually seen new contracts down for the last 6 weeks by the range, I think it's basically 40 to 55% down year over year. So that is giving me some pause and some concern, which is why personally I'm being a little more conservative on pricing right now. So I'm watching the data as I always do. I'm here to share that data with you so you can make your own informed decisions. And if you ever want to talk with me about the data and how that influences your decisions, please reach out. You can call me or text me at 571-210-1866, or down below at the bottom of the email is a place to click the link and go ahead and schedule an appointment on my calendar. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.